What's up, guys? Zan for Forward Progress Madden. If you don't mind, take a quick second, hit that follow button if you haven't already. Definitely check me out on Twitter at Zan_4PM. Also, be sure to check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/forwardprogressmadden, spelled the exact same way that the YouTube channel is spelled. Okay, so today we're going to be looking again at the New Orleans offense. I'm sure you guys are sick and tired of it. I'm not. If I haven't gotten sick and tired of it after 3 years of running it, then I don't think I ever will. But we're going to be looking at a mini scheme. It's about 4 plays, and what it's going to be is primarily it's going to be passing. There is an outside zone. We talked about outside zones in the last video, and outside zones aren't really great in this year's Madden. You can make this outside zone fairly decent if the defensive front is okay. All these plays are going to be motioning the tight end left to create basically a trips to the left, and you're going to run the ball based off of the outside zone. But as you can kind of see, if there's a wide 9 technique or something super wide, it's going to be very, very tough to run this outside zone. The key to this outside zone is try to keep it up the middle. Do not use the turbo, and just try to cut it inside the guard. You can see it's very, very tough. And that's why the passing plays are primarily going to be what we're going to use to open up this run. That being said, runs are boring, so I just kind of want to show you that the run play is what we're going to use when the defense is very soft. I want to kind of pound home that this outside zone is not going to be the base play. It's decent, but you're going to need speed. You're going to need a soft box to run this against. So we're going to use that motion, however, in all these passing plays. So first, let's go ahead and look at my favorite play in this, and it is the play known as flanker dig. Now, I traditionally like to run this against any soft zone coverage. It doesn't really matter what it is. So we'll just go ahead and show you 3-4 odd. And what I like to do is I like to streak the tight end, and I like to motion him to the left. Now what this is going to do is it's going to create kind of that PA shot wheel type of look on the left side where you have the streak, the post, and the wheel on the same side of the field. That route combination is very difficult. And what you're going to do with this is you're going to, against the blitz, check down to the table route to the running back, and that's what's going to be so nice about this. Now, it's your option what you want to do on the right side. You can leave the flanker on the dig. You can put him on a curl. You could put him on a comeback route, or you could put him on a slant. It's up to you, but depending on what you see, 1 high, 2 high, it's kind of, you would obviously take a curl in this scenario to kind of create that curl flat concept there on the right. So you're going to see if you can get enough time, you're going to wait, you're going to wait, you're going to wait, and you're going to have that A tight end wide open down the seam. Here we drop it, but you see it was wide open. In Mutt, you're going to have better players. Probably not. Most of you probably don't use the Steelers, so you're not going to have much to worry about. That tight end is going to be open. Now, the other thing that's going to be nice is the ability to hit the A receiver back in that soft area of the zone. Right, I recommend is using a sideline pass against cover 3 and using the possession catch to catch it on the sideline and try to get down as fast as possible. Now, if the free safety in the middle takes the streak, which oftentimes they do not, you will throw the post. But you can see that post is usually going to be open against cover 3. Against defenses where the middle of the field is not closed and you have kind of space between safeties, you're going to be able to throw that skinny post over the top. And we'll show you, or it's just a post rather, sorry. You're going to be able to throw that over the top. Cover 2 is becoming pretty popular, so I'll show you a cover 2 right here. Again, you would probably go with a curl on the outside, just depends. And you're going to see X is going to be wide open. Just throw that ball, pass lead up, and he's going to be in that soft spot in the zone for a touchdown. Now against cover 4, we'll show you again. The safety on the side of the field where the running back is running to is going to typically bite down on the in route if they're in cover 4. So we'll go ahead and run cover 4 here. Let's see. Is there a cover 4? I just want to give you a variety of looks if I can. No cover 4 in this formation. Here we go. Cover 4 out of this 3-3-5 wide. So again, same setup. Now keep in mind that running back on the table route is usually a very, very good read. I'm not throwing it, but it's usually there. But you're going to notice is you can roll out, and that X receiver is going to get wide open against cover 4 as well. So this is a great deep bombing play. very, very nice, and you always have that check down to the running back or to the B receiver. So this is going to be a nice money play that you're going to mix in as needed, and it's very, very consistent. And if that safety jumps, you can always hit that tight end down the seam. You're going to have more catching traffic than Heath Miller, but you can see he can get it done as well. Now let's go ahead and look at the next play in this mini scheme, and that is going to be corner strike. Now C routes are very, very good this year, so we're going to use these primarily against people who like to run man coverage. You're not going to be running away from man coverage with this previous setup, so you're going to need something that can beat a good man coverage. So we'll go ahead and just call 2-man under, and we'll go ahead and do the same setup here. You're going to go with the tight end on a streak, and then what I like to do is I like to place the running back on a option or a out route. If you know it's man, I just typically stick with the out route. Now what that's going to do is you're going to pay most attention to your C routes, and you can see that I just wanted to show you they do get decent separation from their corners. Obviously the higher the route running and the agility of the receiver, the more you're going to be able to get separation from the defensive backs. Now we'll go ahead and just throw one this time. This is against Pat Peterson. You do get separation on these C routes. They're very, very good. And what I like about these is that we're going to be throwing these C routes to the outside receivers, and especially the B receiver. And your opponent isn't really going to be paying attention to the B receiver so much in this set when you are running these C routes. So or when you're running the previous play, so that C route's going to be open when they call 2-man under. So the C routes are very, very nice. You can always mix in slants to the inside receivers if you'd like, just to give yourself more man-beating options, but the C route is very, very reliable. Now, the last thing I like to do, this is one of the few times in the game that I would like to recommend slip screens. Now, the reason I like to recommend the slip screen, for some reason, I just feel like when we motion over this tight end, this is just against random play. These slip screens, people don't seem to follow the running back in this formation. I mean, they will sometimes, but I've tested this as of late for maybe about the past week, probably gotten about 30, 40 games in with it. And mixing in this slip screen seems to be very, very, very effective. There they do follow it, but as you can see, you've got the same route combination as, PA wide receiver in. So if you can buy the time, you're going to be able to look to bomb either the post or hit that backside in route. Now, again, the slip screen is going to be something that, much like the run play, you're only going to call it as needed. And what I like to do, especially if I can, is I want to try to get a wide receiver, a defensive back matched up in theory with the running back. So right here, if we were to go assume this was like man under, which this doesn't look like it's man under, you would see that the linebacker over the right guard should be responsible for the tight end on the out route, which would put the nickel back in coverage against the running back. Now that nickel back is way outside. That's going to allow our lineman to get out wide. Now this is a corner blitz, so you can see the slip screen, we're just going to mix it in. People don't really run slip screens much this year, and that's going to be a nice thing to be able to call as needed. Now, what I really, really like about this formation is it's one click away from gun double Y flex offset weak, and the inside zone from that is a great play. All you're going to do is audible into that, and that's going to give you the ability to hit an inside zone back to the right side of the formation. So you'll be able to run this, and unless your opponent really has a keen eye, they're not going to notice a difference in the formation. They just think you flipped it, and you really haven't. You've gone to an inside zone. If you're playing a great player, they're going to obviously notice that something's up. But even though there's no good inside zone run from the gun spread Y flex, you can go to this gun double Y flex offset weak and be able to do something similar to try to keep your opponent confused. And that's going to allow you to really mix up these two formations well and pick up decent yardage running the ball if you'd like to. Again, the outside zone that I showed you at the beginning is only situational. If your opponent is like run committing inside and you think the outside zone will hit, then by all means. But if you really want to run the ball from this 4 wide receiver set, or it's 3 receivers and a tight end, but the tight end's outside, you got to hit this inside zone from gun Y double flex offset weak. It's a long formation, but one click to the left, hit Y, and you'll be able to access all the plays from that formation. And this formation, in fact, is very, very, very nice. And mainly because that tight end wheel route from PA Reed is going to smoke man coverage. One of those wheels that are in the game that does a really good job. So if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. Be sure to check me out on the Twitch channel. I've been streaming a lot lately. If you didn't know, I am streaming over on the EA Sports Twitch account on Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at nighttime. So I'm there every Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. You guys can catch me there as well. If you have any questions, leave a question below, and I'll be back soon with another Madden 16 tip for you guys. So until next time, this is Zan. Get in the lab, and good luck.